Week 3, part 2, video planning and buying. Television ultimately is a business. As this quote reminds us, time is money, especially when you are talking to a lawyer or buying a commercial. And there are 6 forms of television. 4 of them come from the 20th century: broadcast, cable, local or spot, and syndication. And those are all linear TV, traditional TV. And then today we have connected TV and streaming. National television is planned by daypart and format. So on the left, you can see the broadcast dayparts, slightly fewer for cable TV. And on the right, you can see popular formats or genres of national television. National linear TV is bought one of 3 ways. It's all sold currently on the based on the program in which it will appear. So the top inventory is sold once a year during what's called the upfronts, which start each year in late May. And over 80% of prime time, the most popular time period, almost 80% is sold during the upfronts. And these are packages of ads sold by each network or network conglomerate. And they come with a guarantee on the program rating. The remainder, or much of the remainder, is sold each quarter in what's called the scatter market, which tends to be priced higher depending on the inventory available. And anything left after that is considered remnant. It's the cheapest to buy, it's the least selective, but you can get on air the next day if need be. And the television marketplace works by supply and demand. So even as the supply or the rating points go down, the advertiser demand continues, and the price has gone up each year for almost every year. The question, of course, remains, as more TV viewing becomes digital or non-linear, will the demand for the live TV go up or down? And TV ads can be expensive. In the last Super Bowl in 2023, 30-second ads went for over $5.5 million per spot. And on the right, you can see the most expensive regular broadcast TV programs and the cost of one 30-second ad in each one. The forms of linear TV do vary in terms of their share of ad spend, how they are planned, and how they are bought. So you can see cable accounts for 43% of total ad spend, local TV 24%, and syndication is 6%. Both cable and syndication are currently planned based on ratings, with local TV now is planned on impressions. And while all involve buying programs, cable and local also are based on dayparts. The benefits of television for advertisers: they're generally considered the most lifelike media channel. It's the most pervasive. It can still reach a fairly large number of people at one time. And as it becomes a more digital media type, you can plan and buy against strategic targets, not just age and gender. The drawbacks, can be costly. You only have 15 or 30 or occasionally 60 seconds, so it's limited exposure time. The airwaves are cluttered, ratings are declining, and it is an aging viewer base. Key concepts related to television and all media are reach and frequency. As mentioned in week 1, understanding how many unique members of my target audience will my plan or my buy reach, and how often will they be exposed, are key concepts for media. If you multiply reach times frequency, you end up with the total number, or sometimes called the gross rating points, or GRPs. And the relationship holds that if you have 2 of these 3 numbers, you can calculate the third. Today, we rely heavily on software to do all of this, but for a given budget, as reach goes up, frequency will go down, and vice versa. Media optimizers are used to help allocate budget within television offerings, and sometimes across media beyond television. With reach and frequency goals in place, the media optimizers help allocate the ratings or the GRPs to maximum effect. And some allow the media impact weighting. If you think one media channel or media daypart or television type is more impactful than another, you can apply a weight, which converts them into something like an ROI optimizer. These optimizers can use historical data that's been seasonally adjusted, or forecasted data. They can use a random probability of duplication, a known duplication factor, or fixed curves. And optimizers have grown more sophisticated over time. The most common ones used in the past 4 decades have been daypart optimizers, which Nielsen still uses. More sophisticated solutions can optimize by weekly reach or average daily reach. And best practices include forecasted viewing data, program rotations, media impact weighting, and media vehicles beyond television, and media actual cost data. And we'll tackle this again in week 6.